Hello students, welcome to our next video of class 7 history chapter 10 18th century political formations. Students, in this video we will discuss about sieging independence, the Sikhs, the Marathas and the Jats. Well, let's start. The Sikhs. Students, the organization of Sikhs into a political community during the 17th century helped in regional state building in Punjab. Several battles were fought by Guru Gobind Singh against the Rajput and Mughal rulers, both before and after the institution of Khalsa in 1699. After his death in 1708, the Khalsa rose in revolt against the Mughal authority under Banda Bahadur's leadership. Student, Banda Bahadur declared their sovereign rule by striking coins in the name of Guru Nanak and Guru Gobind Singh, and established their own administration between the Satluj and the Jamuna. Banda Bahadur was captured in 1715 and executed in 1716. बच्चों, 18वीं शताब्दी में कई योग्य नेताओं के नेतृत्व में सिखों ने अपने आप को जत्थों में और बाद में मिसलों में संगठित किया। इन जत्थों और मिसलों की संयुक्त सेनाएं दल खालसा कहलाती थी। उन दिनों दल खालसा बैसाखी और दिवाली के पर्वों पर अमृतसर में मिलता था। इन बैठकों में वे सामूहिक निर्णय लिए जाते थे जिन्हें गुरुमत्ता कहा जाता था। सिखों ने राखी व्यवस्था स्थापित की, जिसके अंतर्गत किसानों से उनकी उपज का 20% कर के रूप में लेकर बदले में उनको संरक्षण प्रदान किया जाता था। गुरु गोविंद सिंह ने खालसा को प्रेरित किया था कि शासन उनके भाग्य में है। अपने सुनियोजित संगठन के कारण खालसा पहले मुगल सूबेदारों के खिलाफ और फिर अहमद शाह अब्दाली के खिलाफ सफल विरोध प्रकट कर सका। खालसा ने सन 1765 में अपना सिक्का गढ़कर सार्वभौम शासन की घोषणा की। यह महत्वपूर्ण है कि सिक्के पर उत्कीर्ण शब्द वही थे जो बंदा बहादुर के समय में खालसा के आदेशों में पाए जाते थे। 18वीं शताब्दी के अंतिम भाग में सिख इलाके सिंधु से यमुना तक फैले हुए थे, यद्यपि ये विभिन्न शासकों में बटे हुए थे। इनमें से एक शासक महाराजा रणजीत सिंह ने विभिन्न सिख समूहों में फिर से एकता कायम करके 1799 में लाहौर को अपनी राजधानी बनाया। द मराठास. Students, the Maratha kingdom was another powerful regional kingdom to arise out of a sustained opposition to Mughal rule. Shivaji carved out a stable kingdom with the support of powerful warrior families called Deshmukhs. Groups of highly mobile peasant pastoralists, Kunbis, provided the backbone of Maratha army. बच्चों, शिवाजी ने प्रायद्वीप में मुगलों को चुनौती देने के लिए इस सैन्य बल का प्रयोग किया। शिवाजी की मृत्यु के पश्चात मराठा राज्य में प्रभावी शक्ति चित्पावन ब्राह्मणों के एक परिवार के हाथ में रही, जो शिवाजी के उत्तराधिकारियों के शासनकाल में पेशवा अथवा प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में अपनी सेवाएं देते रहे। पूरे मराठा राज्य की राजधानी बन गया। पेशवाओं की देखरेख में मराठों ने एक अत्यंत सफल सैन्य संगठन का विकास कर लिया। उनकी सफलता का रहस्य यह था कि वे मुगलों के किलाबंद इलाकों से टक्कर न लेते हुए उनके पास से चुपचाप निकलकर शहरों कस्बों पर हमला बोलते थे और मुगल सेना से ऐसे मैदानी इलाकों में मुठभेड़ लेते थे जहां रसद पाने और सहायता आने के रास्ते आसानी से रोके जा सकते थे। सन 1720 से 1761 के बीच मराठा राज्य का काफी विस्तार हुआ और उसने धीरे धीरे काफी सफलतापूर्वक मुगल साम्राज्य की सत्ता को क्षति पहुंचाई। 1720 के दशक तक मालवा और गुजरात मुगलों से छीन लिए गए। 1730 के दशक तक मराठा नरेश को समस्त दक्कन प्रायद्वीप के अधिपति के रूप में मान्यता मिल गई और साथ ही इस क्षेत्र पर चौथ और सरदेशमुखी कर वसूलने का अधिकार भी मिल गया। तो बच्चों, यहाँ मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि चौथ क्या होता है। स्टूडेंट्स, चौथ इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ टैक्स which was about 25% of the land revenue claimed by zamindars. In the Deccan, this was collected by the Marathas. And another kind of tax, that was Sardeshmukhi, It was about 9 to 10% of the land revenue paid to the head revenue collector in the Deccan. After raiding Delhi in 1737, the frontiers of Maratha domination expanded rapidly into Rajasthan and the Punjab in the north, into Bengal and Odisha in the east, and into Karnataka and Tamil and Telugu countries in the south. These were not formally included in the Maratha Empire, but were made to pay tribute as a way of accepting Maratha sovereignty. Expansion brought enormous resources, but it came at a price. These military campaigns also made other rulers hostile towards the Marathas. As a result, they were not inclined to support the Marathas during the third battle in 1761. Now, the Jats. Students, like the other states, the Jats consolidated their power during the late 17th and 18th century. And under the leadership of Churaman, Jats acquired control over territories situated to the west of the city of Delhi, and by the 1680s they had begun dominating the region between the two imperial cities of Delhi and Agra. For a while, they became the virtual custodians of the city of Agra. Students, the Jats were prosperous agriculturists, and towns like Panipat and Vallabhgarh became important trading centers in the areas dominated by them. Under Surajmal, the kingdom of Bharatpur emerged as a strong state. When Nadir Shah sacked Delhi in 1739, many of the city's notables took refuge there. His son Jawahir Shah had 30,000 troops of his own and had another 20,000 Marathas and 15,000 Sikhs troops to fight the Mughals. While the Bharatpur fort was built in a fairly traditional style, at Dig, the Jats built an elaborate garden palace combining styles seen at Ambar and Agra. Its buildings were modelled on architectural forms first associated with royalty under Shah Jahan. Now, let's rewind what we have learned. The Sikh arose as a power under Guru Gobind Singh, who inspired the Khalsa with the belief that their destiny was to rule. Maharaja Ranjit Singh reunited the Sikhs as a powerful group and established his capital at Lahore in 1799. The Maratha kingdom rose under Shivaji. After Shivaji's death, Peshwa led the Maratha Empire to its zenith. Jats were powerful in areas near Delhi under the leadership of Churaman. Students, now I will ask some questions to you based on today's topic. Your first question is, Maharaja Ranjit Singh established his capital at Dash, and your options are A. Ludhiana, B. Lahore, C. Chandigarh, D. Jaipur. And your right answer is option B. Lahore. Your second question is, Jats were powerful in areas near Delhi under the leadership of Dash, and your options are A. Guru Gobind Singh, B. Shivaji, C. Churaman, D. Akbar. And your right answer is option C. Churaman. Your third question is, the Jats were prosperous Dash, and your options are A. Artists, B. Agriculturists, C. Craftsmen, D. Traders. And your right answer is option B. Agriculturist. Your fourth question is, small political groups of the Sikhs were called Dash, and your options are A. Khalsa, B. Missals, C. Peshwa, D. Dal Khalsa. And your right answer is option B. Misl. Now it's time for practice. Students, these are some of the questions for your homework. Students, we will present soon with the next video. Thank you.